All right, what is up, everybody? Welcome to season 2 of the NFL Weekly Pick'em Show. It's going to be a little bit different because now I actually have somebody to talk to about my picks, and it is going to be awesome. So, my man, introduce yourself. Tell everybody who you are, my man.
What's up, world? I am Brandon Janu of the Brandon Janu Show, also co-host of the Jax Wild podcast with my guy Junior, and I'm ready to do this, man. How about you, man? Football's back.
It could have taken any longer, man. That was ridiculous. It was like, man, and this season's just weirder than the last one. I mean, so many new faces, new places for some old players, people moving, players moving. But again, it's all fun and I'm excited. I cannot wait. Let's just kick it off with tomorrow's game. Um we know what it is. Dallas, Tampa Bay. Okay, so Dallas being Dallas, high hopes again. The Super Bowl's always in, you know, whether we believe it or not as fans. The franchise, their ultimate goal is the Super Bowl. Tampa Bay is coming off a season which you know too well. They came off a very interesting season where they just got off Tom Brady, took them to the Super Bowl. They won, and they're the defending champs. They're going to go up against America's team. Okay, and I say that vividly. I say that very discreetly. They're going to go up against the Dallas Cowboys. They're going to go up against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and I don't really want to get into this. It comes down to like this: it's Tampa Bay, and then it's kind of everybody else at this point. They brought all their starters back from the previous year. Dallas really doesn't really have anything to kind of. We don't know what their defense is. I'm expecting it's going to get better now that they got Micah Parsons and they drafted really well. I expect Lawrence to have a comeback, and I think the secondary is a little bit better. I just still do not think it's enough for them to hang with Tampa Bay, with the defense that Tampa Bay has, with the offense that Tampa Bay is going to have now better now that they have more chemistry together. I think Tampa Bay, I'm not going to say that they're going to mollywop them like a lot of people think they are. I just think that Tampa Bay is just going to be too much for the Dallas to handle. So I got Tampa Bay in this one.
Um, Clearly we got Tampa, but let me tell you why. Like why I picked Tampa in this game. I don't know what Dak is going to be like. I really don't. I think it's going to take him a while to get his rhythm. Everybody's talking about the foot. When he had surgery last year on his ankle and foot and all that. But to me, it's actually his shoulder. I don't know what the hell his mechanics are looking like right now. People's like still saying like his mechanics are still a little bit like out of whack in practice. So it's kind of like I don't know, man. Then I think Zeke is going to carry them for most of that game. I think if Zeke could get some help from the O line, which is now kind of like a question mark because you got Zach Martin on COVID list now. Is just like I don't know, and that's their best offensive lineman. So I don't know. I think Dallas keeps it close first quarter going into the second, and then Tampa just unloads in the second half and just rolls.
Yeah. Yeah, I just like I said, I think it's going to come eventually to where Tampa Bay's depth is just going to overtake Dallas's depth, and really that's what it's going to come down to. So I
And another thing, we don't know what the linebackers look like too. I mean, you got also Van Der Rush back, but Jalen Smith, but also what do you do with Mika Patrick Parsons? What do you do with him? What do you put him in this situation? So it's like
it's weird. It's weird.
it's so weird. It's so weird. It's so weird.
I have faith. I have all the faith in the world in Dallas to make it a fun game, an entertaining game. I just don't have all the faith in the world to win this game. So that's why I'm going to go with Tampa Bay. Oh, I mean, this is a no-brainer. So
Yeah, I got time.
I think majority of people are
I
going to
mean,
agree.
I'm okay. Here's the thing. Like, not wishing this, but something really's got to happen to Tom Brady in this game to make Dallas win. Like, that's the
And,
only.
and that still might not be enough. That's the thing. That still might not be enough. But we'll see. That's why you play the game. So,
Yeah.
Brandon, what's the next game on the slate? What do we got for the morning games? What do we got?
Oh man. Jets Carolina.
Okay, so this one's kind of interesting for the people that have follow free agency. Sam Darnold gets a crack at his old team week one right away.
Eight. I'll
Like
eight.
Like you're not gonna do an anticlimactic. There's nothing about it. It's hey, week one, right out the gate, straight out the gate. NFL know what they're doing. They know exactly what they're doing when they make these schedules. They're not screwing with anybody. So right out the gate, we have the Jets taking on the Panthers, and there's going to be a lot of games like this. So for this upcoming year, so just be prepared for that. But yeah, the Jets versus the Panthers. Look, man, as much as what I love what the Jets did this offseason, I think losing their prized possession to an ACL really hurt them. The Jets are going to be running on a rookie quarterback to kind of make it better. I get it. They drafted very well. They have very good formidable weapons now with Corey Davis on the hold. You know, they're good. You know, I'm not saying that the Jets are going to take forever to rebuild. I just think Sam Darnold's going to come in there and Carolina's just going to come out on top. McCaffrey's back. Sam Darnold is a way better option than Teddy Bridgewater at this point of their careers. And Sam Darnold finally has talent around him to showcase. Was it the Jets or was it him? And I think he's going to prove that I think it was more the Jets than it was him. You know, there's always that old term. Well, who failed who? Did the quarterback fail the team or did the team fail the quarterback? And I think this is one of those cases where I think the team failed Sam Darnold, and I think Sam Darnold is going to just not destroy the Jets, but I think he's going to make them wish, like, hey, if you would have built what Carolina did for me, I think we would have been something special. So I'm going to go with Carolina in this one.
I got to see the Jets defense.
Yeah.
I mean, because they bought the 49ers defensive coordinator over there for a reason. I just got to see the Jets defense. I got to see the Jets defense. Until then, it's going to be Sam Darnold, Robert Anderson all day long with Christian McCaffrey just running, just catching. He might throw a touchdown, for all we know. We might see a throwing touchdown for Christian McCaffrey in this game. We do not know. It's going to be very, very bad if the Jets don't have a real defense because I don't really know what the offense looks like for the Jets. Zach Wilson, yeah, but after that, like I guess I got more faith in Carolina's defense than I do the Jets, if I have to say, which is very low. So
it's a very low standard, but give credit to the Panthers though. They have been drafting defense, and they've actually found they found Derek Brown, who's I think still going to be a tremendous defensive tackle in the league.
And
Jeremy Chin is a great one. J.C. Horn, Dante Jackson, and you know those linebackers, Brian Burns that they're getting. So they're building a very formidable defense. It's just again, can the offense really take that next step to kind of help that that defense for Carolina? And that's why I have Carolina over the Jets. And I'm assuming from what you're sounding, it sounds like you have Carolina over the Jets as well.
Yeah, I think Christian McCaffrey shows why Carolina needed him last year and why his injury last year really did play a part into why Carolina.
And don't forget, this is the year where Christian McCaffrey doesn't have to carry the load. They got Chuba Hubbard, who looked amazing in preseason. The rookie out of Oklahoma State, which you called, by the way. Props to you. He looked amazing. And now it's like, oh, well, if Christian can't get going, hey, we got Chuba Hubbard back there. He's younger, got the younger legs. Let's put him out there in third and short situations where, hey, we got this. We got this.
I mean, Chuba Hubbard ran for 2,000 yards in college. I mean, he broke Barry Sanders, I think, rushing record.
And that's the thing. I mean, when we're talking about Barry Sanders, think of all the running backs that have gone to Oklahoma State. Think of them, and other than that, yeah, and that's it. And we have okay, alrighty, Dave. Yeah, thanks, Dave. Anyway, I was expecting a different comment, but that's okay. That's not a problem. Now, yeah, we both got Carolina, and yeah, so that's next. Next game.
What about the 49ers Lions? I know I want to get this out the way because I know you're a Lions fan. You are a proud Lions fan. I can't wait. We went from the Jets defensive coordinator, former 49ers defensive coordinator, to now the team he used to defensive coordinate for, the 49ers. Lions. What do you think? Where you going with it? Where you going with it? Come on. Where you going with it?
You know what, man? I love the Lions, dude. I love the Lions.
You love
I
them, but
just
you're not picking a Lions.
listen.
I already
I
know
love the Lions. I love the attitude that Dan Campbell's bringing. You know what? If you can't beat them, bite them. Screw it.
you.
Bite them. Punch them. Do whatever it is you got to do. I'm picking the 49ers in this case. I think the 49ers just have more depth and more talent right now than the Detroit Lions. The Detroit Lions did draft Penny Sewell, who looked very interesting in preseason. So let's see what he does against, real-time starters now. And honestly, I get it. Jared Goff is there. Detroit does not have to be committed to him. They do have 2 first-rounders, and I think if anybody's going to take them, turn this franchise around, I believe it's Dan Campbell. It's just not going to be this Sunday, man. It's not going to be this Sunday. It's going to be the San Francisco 49ers. I love you, Detroit. Thank you, Detroit. I love you. I love you guys. I love you, man.
Eminem is going to be very disappointed in us because Eminem is going to be very disappointed in us. We're going with the 49ers. I don't know what's going on. Nick Bosa's back. He's going to wreck Detroit's offensive line like it's never been wrecked before. It's going to be very bad for Jared Goff. I wish him nothing but the best. A speedy recovery because he's going to need a very, very fast recovery.
Don't say that.
Don't
say that.
He's going to get hit. He's going to get hit a lot. You know he's going to get hit.
Don't say that.
You know he's going to get hit. And I'm going to be honest. This might be the first time in NFL history that we might actually see one quarterback play the first half and another quarterback play the second half.
I mean, and that's the thing. Look, man, if San Francisco is up by like 25, 26, whatever, just put Trey Lance in there.
You might as well. You might as well. I think we're going to see one quarterback play the first half and another one in the second half. This is going to be bad. I don't think Detroit knows how bad this is. I do think they're gonna win the fight, though. I think if it breaks out to a fight, I think Detroit got the fight. But I don't think they got the game. But they got the fight, definitely.
I mean, if there's a 5th quarter in the parking lot, I'm totally taking Detroit. But I'm not gonna take them the first 4. Let's put it that way. But I have total faith in Detroit, and I think Detroit should be happy that the man like Dan Campbell is your head coach. He's saying all the right things. He's pushing the right issues. I have total faith in him. It's just not gonna be this Sunday. And again. Not to say that, and look, it's hard to go for Detroit. Why? They lost basically everybody that had talent on the roster last year is now gone. Your best receiver's gone.
I don't know how you don't sign Kenny Galladay. That still is like mind-shattering me.
Again, it's one of those things where you just let it go. You hope for the best for Detroit. And again, they got 2 first-rounders out of it. So just see what you got. See what you got and build the franchise from there, man. I mean, just go with that. Just go with it.
What is our joke about Detroit? What is our joke? The Rams gave you 2 first-rounders just to take the quarterback that they didn't want anymore. They gave you 2 first-rounders. They're like, look, just take him. I don't care. Just take the 2. Just take the first-rounders. But
listen. And I'm pretty sure it's like, hey, can you guys do a Matthew Stafford versus Jared Goff straight up? I don't know. I'll give you 2 first-rounders and Jared Goff, but we just want Matthew Stafford. Okay. All right. You can't say at that point, you can't say no to that. You can't say
maybe.
No.
Maybe.
No, you can't say no. You're like, all right, why not? I mean, and the thing is, Detroit, if Jared Goff doesn't show any type of signs or any types of promise, and the thing is, it's one of those things where, man, they don't have to commit to Jared Goff. That's the thing. They don't have to. So.
I mean, Dan Campbell used to be a Saints coordinator, so I'm wishing the best for him, but at the same time, it's like Jared Goff was a statue in LA. He's a statue quarterback. That's been his knock since he got in the league. Nobody's ever said he was athletic. Like nobody.
Yeah. So that's a no for me.
Coming out of college, it's like, come on.
That's a no for me. So I think we both have the 49ers. So next game.
All right. This is going to be intriguing. This is going to be an interesting game. I think it's going to be very interesting because of the caliber of these 2 teams. One could win the division clearly, and the other one can possibly make a sneak appearance in the playoffs. The Cardinals and the Titans.
Okay, so I've been going back and forth with this one all day. And I always have a rule for tiebreakers, especially early in the season. When you have 2 teams that are very talented, like this, like the Arizona Cardinals revamped their defense clearly, and the Tennessee Titans made that big free agency move where they got Julio Jones now. In this case, because Tennessee is the home team, I'm gonna have to say Tennessee by little, only because they are at home. And not to say that if the Cardinals win, it wouldn't surprise me either, because they did just that much better. They did better in free agency and they drafted very well. I'm just saying Tennessee is sort of like that. Other than the Colts, they really could, like you said, clearly run away with the division. So again, not to say that Arizona cannot win this game. I'm just going to go Tennessee because they are at home, and now there's going to be fans in the stands. So I got to go for the home team. In this case, give me Tennessee over Arizona.
Okay, so same. I've been going back and forth with this too. I think Tennessee really didn't do anything defensively. Like they really didn't do anything. They actually lost Jadeveon Clowney for nothing. Like you lost him for nothing. Then you lost your tight end for nothing.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I don't know. I guess you got Julio Jones, but it's like it's gonna be very hard to get it to him when J.J. Watt is in the backfield. Chandler Jones is in the backfield trying to get your quarterback. And J.J. Watt has the most sacks against Tennessee in his career. Like,
Yeah.
he destroys Tennessee, and it's the first game he plays in Arizona is Tennessee. I don't know. Derrick Henry is gonna have a great game, but I think, like I said, I don't trust Tennessee's defense. I trust Arizona's a little bit more. And I think Kyler Murray is going to find a way with D-Hop, and they're going to win Arizona.
Yeah, it's very tough. I mean, it's a close call. I'll tell you that. It's a very close call.
Very.
But yeah, I mean, like I said, I got Tennessee in this one. It should be a good game. What it sounds like, it sounds like it should be a good game. So we'll see. We'll see. Now, next game, what do we got?
Okay, this is going to be an interesting one. I want to see where you're going to go with this. Fitzmagic has reached Washington. Washington football team versus the Chargers. Who you got?
Okay, so clearly Washington right now is the favorite to win that division. We still have the Cowboys. We picked the Cowboys, okay, in our preseason matchups. We picked the Cowboys to win this division because everybody else is just that bad. In this instance, however, I'm actually going to go with the Chargers on this one. I'm actually going to go with the Chargers because I believe the Chargers did everything in their power to get a way better offensive line for Justin Herbert to where they can invest in their future. Also, think about all the talent that Justin Herbert has at his disposal now. Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, Jared Cook, Austin Eckler. Those aren't just slouches, man. Those are not slouches. Those are really good football players. They know how to play football. I'm not saying they're the best. I mean, yeah, when you're in the NFL, you're the best of the best. I'm not going to say that they're, all pros and all this stuff, but those are really solid football players.
Yeah.
And when you really think about it, Justin Herbert, yeah, he is who he is. He's just that good of a guy. And I think Justin Herbert is going to take over this league. Not right now, obviously, because you still have your old heads, but eventually he keeps playing his cards right. I think he could be an elite quarterback in the NFL. He's proven that last year, the way he dominated, showing that he can pass and he can create plays with his legs as well. I'm not saying that he's mobile, like a mobile quarterback, but he knows how to make the plays with his legs when he really has to. And again, I think they did everything right by Brian Bulaga. You drafted Slater. You brought in Corey Lindsey, and you still have an amazing duo at guards. They're not the best, but there's certainly worse guards out there in the world. So, again, I got the Chargers over Washington in this one.
This is going to be the first test for Washington's defense. This
daunting.
This daunting front. This is the first challenge for their defense. We're going to see just how dominant can they really be, because if the Chargers can get off really fast, yeah, you might catch us, but then you look at what the Chargers defense is. The Chargers defense is really good. Doran James is back. Joey Bosa is back. Like, they're still there. Like the Chargers defense isn't
And
just
don't forget, Jerry Tillery is coming into his own now after they drafted him in the first round a couple seasons ago. You know,
Murray,
he's
Keith
Murray's
Murray,
coming. Kenneth Murray is going to be
Murray.
there. You know,
I think the Chargers defense is actually going to wreak more havoc than Washington's. I think Chargers win this game like you do, and I think that it's a challenge. It's going to be the first challenge for the Chargers offense too. I mean, offensive line. Let's see how they
what
do.
it's really going to come down to is which line is better. Is it that amazing front four of Washington, or is it that strong five that can open the lanes? And if they can, pretty much, this is a test for both offensive lines and both lines in the trenches. Because if the Chargers offensive line goes on there and dominates the defensive lane of Washington, then there is no defensive line that the Chargers can handle.
Yeah.
And if the defensive line of Washington can go through the Chargers, not to say that there's better offensive line, but it's like, hey, we really can compete with the top offensive lines. So,
yeah.
But I just think in this case, I think the Chargers offense is way better than the Washington's offense.
Yeah.
And I think the defense is obviously the defense is a little bit better than the Chargers, but I think the Chargers defense can at least contain Washington's offense. Even with McLaurin, even with Antonio Gibson, even with Logan Thomas, I think they could still contain it because the offensive line for Washington really got dismantled last year. So that's why I'm going to go Chargers over Washington.
Yeah, I think, like I said, Joey Bosa is back. Derwin James is in the backfield, ready to go. I mean, Terry McLaurin might get burned the corner, but he might not get past Derwin James. So it's like, I don't know. I got the Chargers winning this game. I think the Chargers are going to win it pretty yeah. And also, you got to trust which quarterback is actually going to,
And at this point, I trust Herbert way more than I
trust
Herbert. Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. That's going to be a good game to watch. That's going to be a very good game.
It's going to be a really good game.
So here we go. Next one. What do we got?
Oh man, Matty Ice, Jalen Hurts, Falcons Eagles.
This game for week 1. This is one game where I will not be attending. This is one game that I will watch highlights of, but probably not watch itself unless it gets really good, really fast. And the way I see it, the way I see this game play out, man, they're both bad. I mean, they're both really bad.
They really are. They really, really are.
But at this point, I got Atlanta over Philly. They both suck, but Atlanta's at home. And the home team's going to have the edge because of the fans at this point. There's really not a top. I mean, they got Calvin Ridley is already better than all the receivers the Eagles have, and that's including Devontae Smith. So that's enough of that. Eagles have no offensive line. At least Atlanta can hold up a little bit, and the Eagles have no defense. So give me Atlanta. That's it for me.
Man. This might be the second time we disagree tonight. I'm going Philly. I think I'm going Philly. I like Miles Sanders way more than Mike Davis. I like Jalen Hurts way more than Matty Ice.
Ugh.
I think that Devontae Smith is not going to just be a slot receiver. I think he's actually going to be doing a lot more jet sweeps and all these things. I think that also we don't realize, the Eagles' offensive line isn't good, but Atlanta's defense ain't good either. So I think Jalen Hurts is going to get at least 100 yards rushing. So I think it's going to be like that.
And here's the thing, and this is what I'm going to harp on all year. Okay, it's great that you got Kyle Pitts. That's great. Okay, he might be one of the once-in-a-lifetime tight ends. But when your defense has been top 5 of missing tackles for the last 4 years since your Super Bowl, since that 23 loss, since that 23
Super Bowl, it's really when it started.
Your defense started missing tackles, and Micah Parsons was there at 4 when you needed a surefire tackle. Yeah, it's great that you got Kyle Pitts. He might be one of the most explosive tight ends to ever play the NFL. But Micah Parsons was clearly the better choice, and I'm going to keep harping on that. Next time, hopefully, maybe Atlanta will listen. But at this case right now, and here's the thing. Are the Eagles even really committed to Jalen after trading for Gardner Minshew? I mean, and that's the thing. They don't even sound committed. So again, that's why it's like I'm gonna go with Atlanta only because they're
with the lesser headache. the lesser headache, pretty much.
Exactly. Like, there's no worry because if Matt Ryan goes down, it's like, hey, there's no quarterback controversy. It's just Matt Ryan went down, and that's it.
Yeah, I can see that.
So I'm gonna go with I'm just gonna go with that Atlanta over Philly at this point. So
I can understand that. I can totally understand that. Next game is well, you said you're not gonna watch this one, the Falcons and Eagles. I'm not watching this one. Jacksonville and Houston.
I am.
I'm not watching this.
Listen, you don't have to.
This is literally a car crash. I'm not watching this.
Listen, this is one of those games where the NFL is so gracious enough that they don't have to put it on the NFL package. It's actually for free for everybody. It's going to be on Comedy Central for everybody to see. Okay? No. But in all seriousness, I do want to give a shout out to somebody that's on the Houston Texans roster right now. Tyrod Taylor. All right? Listen to me, man. I want you to understand what this man has gone through. At one time, he was the best quarterback Buffalo's had since Jim Kelly. Okay? The best before Josh Allen, Tyrod Taylor was actually somebody in Buffalo. Okay? They didn't bring him back. He went to Cleveland. He fucked up his knee. Could not play. Then he goes to the Chargers. Not only did he go down with injury, he almost died. Okay? Not injury, died. He almost died because a doctor punctured one of his lungs.
Yeah.
And the thing is, had that never happened, we would have never seen Justin Herbert. So
we
again,
probably would have still seen him. It just probably would have been later in the season.
So again, and now he's with the Houston Texans, and he's a starting quarterback for the Houston Texans. Pray for him. Pray for him. Because this man has gone through so much. He has gone through an entire lifetime in the NFL than most people have in one lifetime. Let's put it that way. Okay, now this game is very interesting to me because, God, I don't even know where to go. I mean, I get it. Trevor Lawrence. I get it. It's Houston. They're both pretty bad. Oh, my God. At this point, this is one game, honestly, you would think, like, how could you go back and forth with this? Well, you can because it's two really terrible teams. I mean, this is, like you said, this seems like a car crash waiting to happen. And we're all seeing it from a mile away, and we're like, oh, this is bad, this is bad, this is bad. It happened. But I'm actually going to go with Jacksonville. I'm going to go with Jacksonville because I just think they have a better roster than the Houston Texans, which is not saying much. Put it this way. Deshaun Watson on the Texans, you can win a few games. No Deshaun Watson, I can literally see this to the point where the Houston Texans could go 0-17. I said it. They could go 0-17. Yeah.
I'm going Jacksonville as well.
It's hard.
It's so terrible. It's really terrible. It's crazy that one of these teams have to win because we could have been saying like 0-17 and 0-17 if they were both.
If they were not in this, like,
if they were not in the same division, it would be like 0-17, 0-17. You can see it. You can literally see it.
Like, here's the thing. To me, the Houston Texans have the worst roster. And the second worst roster could belong to Jacksonville.
Third is Detroit.
So, I mean, it's there. And it's like, dude, you're asking me to pick. It's like you're asking me to pick, hey, which shitty movie are we going to watch today? Are we going to watch The Notebook? Or are we going to watch Dear John? What shitty movie are we watching today? Like, you can't. There's no right answer. But I guess in this case, I'm going to go Jacksonville. And that's all there is to it. That's all there is to it.
This is bad. That's an accident waiting to happen that we're gonna have to see.
I mean, and that's the thing. Why the NFL should punish fans? Because how are you gonna justify that we have to pay so much for the NFL ticket to have that game on?
And you know what's crazy is that I live in Houston. Those tickets are selling. I get it. You want to see football. Do you really want to see that type of football?
I mean, like, what is nobody is like is TCU out of town? Is Texas out of town? Or is Texas A&M out of town? SMU not playing? Is Dallas North Texas not playing today or this week? Like what is it? What is it? It's like nobody playing this week in Texas? Is it just Houston? Are y'all that desperate? Like, man, I'm good. I'm gonna pass. But thank you though. Thank you though. But yeah, next game, man. I think we both agree it's going to be the Jacksonville Jaguars coming out on top.
Yeah, I think we got that one. We got 3 games left in the noon hour. Um, I'm gonna pick this one first because the next two is very good, and I want to see where we're gonna go with that. But this last game that kind of we like, could be that team, could be that team. Vikings or the Bengals. Joe Burrow is.
Vikings.
Let's
That's
see.
enough. That's enough. Cincinnati had 8 draft choices. They should have drafted 8 offensive linemen. I do not care if Jamar Chase was there at number 5. I do not care that possibly a good draft prospect was there. You get 8 offensive linemen for Joe Burrow, and you do everything to protect him because he is your best quarterback to come out since Carson Palmer. Okay? Since Carson Palmer and Boomer Esiason. Those are the 3 names. Those are just 2 names that are synonymous to Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Not even Andy Dalton. Okay? And Andy Dalton gave him hope after the Carson Palmer debacle. Okay? All I'm saying, Minnesota cannot lose this game. They cannot lose. If Minnesota loses this game, it's going to be a long year. It's going to be a long, very long year for Minnesota because Cincinnati has no defense. They have no offensive line. All they have is Joe Mixon, T. Higgins, and Joe Burrow. And I can't even put Jamar Chase out there because we haven't seen him play. So again, you only have 3. They have no offensive line. They have no defense whatsoever. Minnesota cannot lose this game. Let's put it that way. Minnesota cannot lose this game. They cannot. That's it. You have everything right. You have Dalvin Cook, Justin Jefferson, Diddy Westbrook, Adam Thielen, Kirk Cousins. You have a good offensive line. Your defense is going to come back. You got to win. You got to fucking win. Just Dalvin Cook alone is already better than 75% of the fucking Bengals roster. So that's enough. Vikings got to win this game. And I'm going to go with the Vikings on this one.
I live in Houston, but I'm from New Orleans, so Louisiana. LSU is my college team. So there's going to be 3 amazing LSU players that played in that championship team for us a couple years ago on the field. One's going to win, and that man's name is Justin Jefferson. He's going to win because he's a.
Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. I'm like, where are we going with this, Brandon? Where are we going with this?
That's the only reason. It's going to be 3 LSU players on that team, on that field come Sunday, but one's going to actually win, and that's Justin Jefferson. You're right. I don't know how the hell do you mess this up if you're the Vikings? Like, they gave you the easiest victory. Like, it's just like the 49ers. They gave you this victory. All
like,
you
have like this.
is
Week 1 is where you get all the butterflies out and everything. No, dude, this is a hand-given win. You lose this. If you lose this, Mike Zimmer is going to be for a long year. And this could be it. This could be it.
Mike Zimmer, this is like the team that kind of you had a chance to be the head coach of this team, and they let you go. They
come out.
Go to the Vikings. They were like, go ahead. Like, you could have been a head coach.
Like, Marvin Lewis said, hey, man, you're not going to take my job. So go. That's the it's like, no, you got to go.
I don't get you pissed off. Like, I don't know what can. I don't know what can. I really don't know. And plus, we haven't seen really what Joe Burrow looks like since his injury. He didn't play in preseason. We don't know what he's looked like. But I seen what Jamar Chase looked like. Looked like he couldn't catch the damn ball. That's what it looked like. Looked like he was too heavy or something. Like, he couldn't catch the damn ball. I don't know if it's just because Joe Burrow's not out there or he just is afraid of the moment. I don't know. We're going to see Sunday, but I know damn well the Vikings are winning that game. I don't care what nobody says.
The Vikings better win that damn game because if the Vikings lose, best believe I'm going to be all up in Mike Florio's face about it. You lost to the Bengals, bro. You lost to the Bengals, bro. Like, not just a good Bengal. You lost to a terrible roster Bengals squad. And you're on Pro Football Talk saying Minnesota Vikings could have a chance to win the NFC North? Motherfucker, you couldn't even get through Cincinnati without breaking a sweat You better not break a sweat. You better dominate this team, or else Monday morning, oh, best believe I will tune in. I will tune in. So again, give me Minnesota over Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Next game. Next game. What do we got?
All right. This is gonna be an interesting game. I actually think this is gonna be a very interesting game. Maybe, kind of, if everything lines up right, it could be a Super Bowl. We don't know. Seattle and the Colts. You got
Okay, so I think Seattle is going to do very well this year. I think Seattle is sleeping on the fact that they did trade for offensive linemen and that they did try to get better there to try to help out Russell Wilson. They want to fix that relationship before it becomes too fractured that they cannot fix it at all. Okay, so that's one. Two, I like DK Metcalf. Okay, I like Tyler Lockett. I like Chris Carson. I like all those guys. All those guys I just mentioned, I think they're really good football players, but this is a team sport. I like Indianapolis's defense. I like them better at home. I think Carson Wentz is not going to outshine Russell Wilson, but I think the defense is going to be able to contain Russell Wilson to where Indianapolis will win this football game. So in this matchup, this could be a Super Bowl matchup. You're right, because they have the potential. But potential can only take you so far, and we'll see how it goes. So to me, I'm going to go Indianapolis over Seattle. Not to say that Seattle's going to falter from there. I'm just saying I think they just tweak one, and I think they're just going to run into a good Indianapolis coming off a good, season the year before. So again, give me Indy over Seattle.
I got the Colts too. I think it's Carson Wentz, man. I gotta just see what you look like, but the Colts defense should carry y'all at least for this game. I'm assuming the Colts defense could carry y'all at least a game or two.
Because you're not saying that it's going to be the Baltimore Ravens defense, but it's still good enough.
Like the Ravens are 2000 and the 2000 Ravens. Like we're not but I think they have enough on the defensive side to at least slow down, like you said, Russell Wilson. Because after Russell Wilson, who else do you have? Like DK Metcalf, you got to catch the ball, but if Russell Wilson's on his back for most of the game, it seems like a dumb idea to say you're going to catch the ball.
And that's the thing. Russell Wilson can take the hits too, but I think this is not the game that Russell Wilson wants to take the hits, because when the Colts hit, they hit hard. It's like this is not the game you want to take the hits, bro. So again, I like the Colts defense. I think they're going to be able to contain Russell Wilson. I'm not going to say that Carson Wentz is going to outduel him. I think Russell Wilson's going to have way better numbers. He's going to look way better. But again, I just think the Colts defense is going to carry the offense for this game.
And again, like I don't know what Seattle's receiving core looks like. DK Metcalf, how long are y'all going to keep pushing this narrative? Tyler Lockett, like, dude, somebody's going to hurt this dude. Like, come on, man. Tyler Lockett's great, but he's just, come on. Like, nah. I got the Colts.
Yeah, so again, it is what it is. So, yeah, I think we both have the Colts on this one. So, who's next? What do we got?
The last noon game, and I'm shocked this is a noon game. This seems like this could have been a Sunday night football game, but they put it at noon. Thank you, NFL. Appreciate you. Buffalo or Pittsburgh?
Whew. Well, I don't know the status of TJ Watt. No. I do not know. I do not know if he's going to play week 1. I mean, I was watching First Take this morning, and they were saying that he was going to participate in team drills. Don't know if he did or not. Again, it's just so stupid. Like,
go ahead and say it. I know what you're about to say. Go ahead and say it.
It's just so stupid. But unfortunately, I am going to have to go with Buffalo. I am going to have to go because, TJ Watt, I get it. The Steelers defense is good, but I'm going to take a line from Wonder Woman 1984. Your life is good. Could be better. If you add TJ Watt to that defense, could be better. And him not being there. Remember, Bud Dupree's not there no more. The offensive line for the Steelers got reshuffled, okay, in a very, very downgradable way. Najee Harris is okay. Like, I get it. He might win Offensive Rookie of the Year if no quarterback steps up. But again, it really comes down to, man, I just trust the Buffalo Bills or not just the team in general, more than I do Pittsburgh right now. So I'm actually going to go with the Buffalo Bills over the Pittsburgh Steelers. Don't kill me, Steeler Nation. Do not kill me, man. It's just I'm calling it like I see it right now. So
This is one of those games where the team that's prepared, you can tell they're prepared, and the team that has to wait for a while to kind of get themselves going in the game and catch the rhythm. This is one of those games. Buffalo is going to. They're at home. They're going to come out with so much fire that Bills Mafia is going to go nuts. We've been talking about home field advantage all day. Bills Mafia is going to go nuts. I got Bills winning this, and I actually got them blowing the doors off the hinges. I think they're gonna.
I don't.
I think they're gonna beat the hell out.
If it gets to that point, changes have to be made immediately. Like literally, what's going to happen if the defense gets run over? Then you gotta once you get on that plane, Mike Tomlin. Once you get off that plane in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, go straight to TJ Watt's house and say, "Hey, what do you want? How much money do you want? Here's one of my blank checks. I haven't rolled it yet, so put whatever you want, and I will make sure that you get your money. I will guarantee you, I will make sure you get your money."
And also, I don't know what Big Ben looks like. I don't know what Roethlisberger looks
Well, I
like.
know exactly what he looks like. He looks like a guy who's pushing his limits and is
And Chase Claypool, is it Juju Smith-Schuster? Is it Chase Claypool? Is it
Deontay Johnson.
Like, who is the one? Because I don't.
And that's the thing. I think that's a good problem because you have three solid receivers. But again, the Steelers went through a reshuffle of the offensive line hard. And
the running back, I just don't think, like you just said, the Steelers' offensive line, you don't know what they are. You don't know what they are.
You can't just replace Pouncey like that. Like that takes years that could take a while to find.
Yeah.
Alejandro Villanueva, that could take a minute to find. And the right tackle that they let go, or David DeCastro, the right guard that they let go, that could take a minute to find.
Yeah.
So again, not to say that the Steelers are going to be a bad team this year. I just don't think they have enough to match up with the Buffalo Bills. So I'm going to go with the Bills over the Pittsburgh Steelers. So
yeah, I got.
So far, it looks like we're hitting almost everything directly, except for a couple. So,
all right, late games. Here we go. Denver, New York Giants.
I would use my theory, but I think the Denver defense is way better than the Giants offense. So give me Denver. I'm sorry. Give me Denver. And I get it. Everybody wants to buy into the hype. The Giants are going to be a top 5 defense this year. The Giants are going to prove everybody why they deserve to be a top 5 defense. Yada, 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 yada. Okay, look, it's great. It's great. It's great. Look, Giant fans, have that faith. Have that faith. But best believe if Teddy Bridgewater carves you up, if Melvin Gordon carves you up, if Jerry Jeudy, Cortland Sutton, they carve you up. If Noah Fant carves you up, best believe that top 5 defense chatter, out the door. Let's kick it out the door.
I actually think this is going to be a defensive game. The problem is, I think Denver has a way better offense. I think Denver has a way better offense. I saw the offensive line of the Giants. They didn't look good. That's not good to go against a team that has a returning Von Miller, to what people are saying. He's like Super Bowl MVP Von Miller. Bradley Chubb, who's coming off of a Pro Bowl. And a secondary that's actually looking better than it was last year. That's not good for an offensive line that we saw last time we saw the offensive line get destroyed in preseason. It was preseason. That didn't look good.
That was not a good look.
It did not look good. I don't care if you traded for any offensive lineman. That didn't look good. I don't care. It's not good. That's really not.
Andrew Thomas did not look like the left tackle that he was promised to be coming out of Georgia. Will Hernandez totally lost steps after that injury. I don't know who their center was. And the rest of the right guard and right tackle, I think they're happy to be there. I think they're one of those.
They're happy to be
look, Ma. Hey, look, Ma, I made it.
They're happy to be there until they see Bradley Chubb and Von Miller running through. Daniel Jones, get down, man. Please, just get down. Like,
Like, I'm pretty sure at that huddle, the right tackle is going to be like, "All right, guys, so we're gonna run. We're gonna run a 3-stack white up. Yes, yes, Will. Hey, look, man, Bradley Chubb's gonna line up against me. You just go down immediately when you hike the ball, or just give it to Saquon right away.
Saquon, I wouldn't even want to play this game.
Either way, either way, Daniel Jones, do not hold the ball longer than 3 seconds, please. Okay, let's go.
It's gonna be bad.
And so yeah, I got Denver in this one only because Denver's offense is just way better, I think, right now than the Giants' offense, and I think that's what it's going to come down to. So, give me Denver over the Giants.
Yeah, I got Denver. I got Denver.
Yeah, the Broncos. I got the Broncos. Yeah, most definitely.
All right, these next 3 games are kind of hard to me personally, so I'm gonna just go with the easiest game that I could pick because I know we could just go ahead and talk about it. My Saints versus Green Bay, and it's completely on the neutral site. It's not even in New Orleans. It's in Jacksonville, so that's another knock to my team. But go ahead, what you got?
Green Bay. I mean, let's face it, man. Your Saints got gutted defensively. Drew Brees is gone. I don't know how Jameis Winston is going to look. I think this is the first time he finally has talent around him. But again, it's Aaron freaking Rodgers. I can't say no to him. So again, I got Green Bay. I mean, again, it's just your defenses are going to be okay. It's just they got gutted in depth, and you guys lost a few starters yourselves.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, you lost Alex Gonzalo. You know, you lost or you cut Jack Rabbit. He's gone. It's not looking good, bro. And then Trey Hendrickson left. It's not looking good, bro. I mean, I'm gonna have to go with Green Bay because I think even on your guys' best day, I do not think the Saints can handle Green Bay on their worst day. So give me Green Bay over the Saints.
Okay.
I know, man. I hate to do it to you, man. I'm sorry.
Here's the thing. Our starting defensive tackle is out for 6 games because of a suspension.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
We just traded and got Bradley Rose.
Yeah. But he's suspended week 1, so remember that.
He's suspended for the first game, which is this Sunday. So yay, you got somebody that you can't even freaking play this week. Congratulations. I think our defense though is actually better than I thought it would be. I looked at it preseason. They look pretty damn decent.
Are you saying that from a fan's perspective because of hope, or are you saying because of what you saw with your eyes?
I saw defense. I saw.
Okay. Okay. I mean, we're gonna see because that's it's not just any offensive team. It's Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay fucking Packers.
That's scary. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and act like that is not a bad man in Green Bay in number 12. I'm not gonna act like it's not. Demario Davis is there. We re-signed Quan Alexander. Our linebacker core is pretty damn deep. I'm not shocked. I actually am shocked by the linebacker core because we're pretty deep linebacker wise. It's just a secondary in the front 4. It's kind of like where I'm like, I don't know. We're gonna see.
And that's the thing. You need to pressure Aaron Rodgers, and if your front 4 can't get it,
have it. And I'm a little taken back by that. Now let's go to the Saints offense versus Green Bay's defense. It's gonna be as a wash that people think it is. Like Green Bay doesn't have Smith for the first game. This game, he's out.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, well, you can't really get to Jameis too. It's kind of like, well, what the hell happens?
Well, remember though, they do have Kenny Clark. Jerry Alexander is an amazing defensive back.
He is a good corner. He's a very good corner.
And the safeties for Green Bay is really not that bad. So again,
I mean, it's I'm gonna go Green Bay because it's Aaron Rodgers, and I'm gonna just go off of that. But because I gotta see what the Saints look like. The first game, I gotta just see how they look. I mean, like I said, if it was in a Superdome, maybe it'd be a different conversation. Maybe we would have a little bit more juice. But I mean, being in Jacksonville, it's not gonna be a blowout, but it's gonna be pretty. I give Green Bay maybe 10 points over us. I think the defense fights for a long time, and then we clearly can't beat these guys.
Because on a side note, what does Jameis really like? Because this game really is all on Jameis. It's like, hey, look, man, you got your line, you got Alvin Kamara. I get it, the wide receivers aren't as good, but they're still pretty decent. So you got to make something out of nothing, man. So
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna see. I mean, I got we both got Green Bay. It's pretty obvious. We both got Green Bay. It's not that hard. It's not rocket science here. Um, yeah, Green Bay wins.
yeah, all right, yeah. I mean, I'm sorry, man. It's just, it is what it is, man.
It is.
It's what it is.
Like I said, I gotta see week one. We'll see how this team looks week one. Hopefully things get better after.
Yeah.
Um, this is gonna be an intriguing game though. This right here might be very intriguing. We talked about this earlier, and I think we were kind of like still teeter-tottering on this a little bit. Can Mac Jones actually beat Tua? Patriots, Dolphins. Yeah.
That's actually my game of the week. It's the Patriots and the Dolphins, only because the Dolphins finally feel like they have a roster to get to the playoffs and make a deep run. And New England got embarrassed, and they want to show that they are still part of the NFL elites. So again, Tua, Mac Jones, and here's the thing: the Dolphins have a defense. The Patriots got a defense. Miami's got an offense. Well, New England just bought a whole new offense that's really good on paper.
Very
Special teams on special teams, it's exactly the same. I just think because, again, not to say because David or Tua is not going to be a good quarterback, nothing like that. The jury's still out. I just think because it is in New England, I'm going to have to go with New England just because of the homestand. And I think Gillette is going to at least elevate their team a little bit to get something going. So I'm going to go with the Patriots over the Dolphins. Say what you want. Say what you want. Go ahead. Hit me. Hit me, man.
I got the Patriots too. The thing I got the Patriots too. The thing about it is, it's like you just said, everything matches up until you get to the quarterbacks. It's just like everything matches.
Well, that's the thing. We don't know what we have in Tua, and we don't know what we have in Mac Jones yet.
That's the problem. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know who is what. Like, Mac Jones really didn't start going off because when he came to come in for Tua, when he broke his hip, we didn't know what Mac Jones was. We didn't know. He came in for Tua that year, finished out the season, and that was kind of like, okay. In the year later, he wins a championship. Like, it's just like we don't know really what this is. I think this is a like you said, on paper, it's hard to judge already. It's very hard because we forget also Brian Flores is a Bill Belichick disciple. So everything that Bill Belichick knows Brian is going to do, Brian knows Bill Belichick is going to do. So it's kind of like it really is the hardest game to pick.
It's a give and take, is what it is. It's a give and take.
He's been around Bill Belichick for this long. He knows what he is, and also Bill's been around Brian for this long. He knows what he is. It's a hard one. I'm gonna go with just again. This is one of those games where whose quarterback is actually going to step up. I think, like you said, being at home and Mac Jones. I think a lot of people are really they gave him the reins for a reason. Miami didn't give Tua the reins, like talking about it.
Well, because I think they didn't give him the reins because they weren't comfortable with his shoulder. And I think they just wanted to test it out to see how he looked. I thought that was a stupid move myself. I think they should have left Ryan Fitzpatrick in. And I think the Dolphins would have made the playoffs last year had they just stuck with Ryan Fitzpatrick. But that's not my call. I'm not a head coach. Brian Flores is. So he sees the team more than I do. I just, from a fan's perspective, from what I saw, everything was going good with Ryan Fitzpatrick. But again, who's to say?
And both of those, Brian Flores and Bill Belichick, are both defensive coordinators. They are defense to the core. So that's man, that's gonna be a hard one. But I got the Patriots.
I'm gonna tune into that one.
I'm definitely tuning into that one. That's gonna be a game, especially getting beat down. I'm like, might as well watch this game now. It's no
Like,
reason.
okay, let's see what happens. And the only thing we can hope for as fans is just hopefully these guys both pan out. That they give us something to talk about every single year.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
One
We'll
more
see.
game before we get to the Sunday night game. This is pretty interesting. This could be an AFC Championship game. We do not know. Cleveland or Kansas City. Now, Cleveland gave Kansas City a little bit of a scare in the divisional ground. Like, it could have done some things. I mean, we don't know. But let's see. Cleveland, Kansas City. What you got?
Look, I like what Cleveland did, bringing in Jadeveon Clowney, trying to reshape that defense. I think Greg Newsome was an amazing choice for the first round. I thought Jeremiah, for the linebacker out of Notre Dame, was a good second round choice. I like what Cleveland did in the draft, and I like what Cleveland brought to the table to try to get better and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But last time I checked, Kansas City fixed their only issue was the offensive line. And last time I checked, Patrick Mahomes is way better than Baker Mayfield. And Andy Reid is a way better offensive play caller than Kevin Stefanski. So with that being said, I'm going to go Kansas City over Cleveland. And yeah, not to say that, maybe the defense will give Patrick Mahomes and that Kansas City offense some fits. But yeah, I'm going to go with Kansas City, only due to the fact that they fixed their only one main issue, which was that offensive line. And people can come in here and they can say, well, what about Kansas City's defense? They're not that good. They're middle of the pack. Okay, they have Kenny Clark. I'm sorry, they have Chris Jones, Frank Clark, Tyrann Mathieu. Their linebackers are actually pretty freaking decent. And the secondary is not that bad. So again, you don't need a top. When you have an amazing offense like you do, you need a middle of the pack defense just to hold the opposing offense down for a series or two and let your amazing offense do its work. So again, I got Kansas City over Cleveland. Yeah, that's it.
If this was in Cleveland, I would take Cleveland. But since it's not, I'm going Kansas City. Since it's not, I'm going Kansas City. I think it's going to be, again, one of those hard-fought games.
I'm not going to say that Kansas City's going to blow them out. I'm just saying that I don't think Cleveland's going to have enough to come out with a victory out of Kansas City. Now, would it shock me if Cleveland wins? No, because they're a really good football team. It's just not this time around, man. Not this time around.
And I think also because I feel like I think Patrick Mahomes, I think Kansas City and Cleveland, it's going to be very close. But Kansas City does what Kansas City do. They go on these goddamn scoring spurts so fast. It's like basketball. They like, like it's like, what the hell? That's a video game that these guys are playing. Like, what the hell? It's like that. Like,
and that's what I'm saying. It's like there's no.
It's crazy. I got Kansas City just.
There's only very few teams that can hang with Kansas City offensively. And Cleveland, I don't think is one of them yet.
Not yet.
Their best shot, really, their best shot. Get Nick Chubb going, get Kareem Hunt going, and keep that offense of Kansas City on the sideline. Like literally, take 39 seconds every fucking snap. Every fucking snap, take 39 fucking seconds so you can take a lot of time off the fucking clock.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see. So what's on the next game? What do we got?
Sunday night game. Bears or Rams.
Okay, now this matchup is very interesting because it seems like they've been playing against each other a lot lately.
Yeah.
And it always seems like it's Sunday night football, and it always seems like it's the same result. Whoever has the home field advantage wins. So why should it be any different this time? I'm going to go with the Los Angeles Rams over the Chicago Bears for Sunday night football. Look, I get it. The Rams defense is going to be amazing. This is going to be the biggest test for Matthew Stafford ever because now really what we should really be considering is who is on the hot seat. Is it Matthew Stafford or is it going to be Sean McVay? You traded all of our draft picks and we have no future. So so basically what you're saying, you're going to win the Super Bowl with this squad. It's Super Bowl or bust for the Rams. I want people to understand that. Yeah, a lot of coaches might be on the hot seat, but not a lot of people are talking about Sean McVay being on the hot seat because if they lay an egg, I could very well see the owner just be like, look, you totally fucked us by wasting our draft picks, and we have no Super Bowl to show for it. You got to go. You got to fucking go.
Yeah.
But I don't see that happening this week because I do not think Chicago, when Chicago announced Andy Dalton as a starter, that is an L every single week. Andy Dalton is a starter. So that's why I'm going to go with the Los Angeles Rams on this.
This is going to be again a defensive fight. The problem is the Rams actually have an offense with an ability to score. Andy Dalton has no chance in hell of getting the Bears.
And here's the thing about Matt Nagy I don't understand. I get it. Yeah, he went to the playoffs 2 out of your 3 years. Okay, that's fine and dandy, and that's all good and stuff. But what did you do? You got bounced out of the first round
Every time.
every time, and the thing is, you had no offense to show for it, none. And now you want to sit at your little podium with your little tie and your little suit, saying, "I want to see what Andy Dalton looks like in the regular season." Well, Matt Nagy, I got news for you, man. I've already seen Andy Dalton in the regular season. He was terrible in Cincinnati at the later part of his career, and he was terrible at Dallas. I've already seen enough of. If I'm thinking to myself, I'm a Chicago Bears fan. I've already seen Andy Dalton in the regular season. He's terrible. So, but if that's the bed you want to lie in, if that's the bed you want to get fired with, it's on you, bro. Remember, there's only 32 NFL jobs for head coaches, and you got one of them. And that's the way you really want to roll it, go for it.
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't understand their decision. I guess because you don't want to put Justin Fields. Just say you don't want to put Justin Fields out there against the Rams defense. Hey, I don't want Justin Fields to get hit by Aaron Donald all damn night because the offensive line is that bad. Just say that. I would have respected that more than you just being like, well, Andy Dalton's just a better quarterback. No, he's not. We all know he's not. Like, why are you saying that to us and lying?
And here's the thing. Here's the thing. He's already said. He's
damn line. I don't understand how you guys.
And here's the thing. He already said in an emergency situation, he would put Nick Foles in. So again, it's just Matt Nagy. If from what this is telling me, the general manager has more control of the team.
It's okay to raise your hand and be like, "I want to be fired." Me right here. I want to be fired. Like it's just okay to say.
It's one thing to say, "Hey, I just don't trust him." That was not my pick. Lane Kiffin did it years ago. He went to Al Davis and said, "Hey, I do not want Jamarcus Russell. I prefer Calvin Johnson with the number 1 overall pick." And that's what ultimately got him fired. And that's okay. That's okay. Go out your way. Don't sit there and be like, "Oh, well, this." No, just say what you mean. Like, "Hey, I didn't want Justin Fields, but the general manager had the power over that, and I have to go whatever with what he gives me. And what he gave me is 3 quarterbacks that I'm not really trustworthy in. And I want to see what Andy Dalton's got, and I want to see what Nick Foles got. And if I still have a job, I'll see what Justin Fields has. But if I'm gone and they let me go before that, the next coach can take over, and he can see what he has in Justin Fields." So just say that. Just say that. If it's not so hard, then it's – and here's the thing. You're playing for your job, and you're going to do that? All right, dude. That's on you, bro. That's on you.
I don't get it. I don't – it's the easiest way just to say F everybody. I'm leaving anyway. I don't care. Like it's just say that. Like, I'm fired anyway. Might as well just roll the dice on the board and see what happens. I don't get
I mean, I think what it is like players would respect you just a little bit more if you would have just given Justin Fields a shot. So we'll see. We'll see. But like I said, I got the Rams over the Bears in this one. So not even a it's not even. Next.
Last game of the week. Your Raiders versus Lamar Jackson's Ravens. What you got?
So this is going to be very funny because when you really think about it, the Ravens love to run the ball. So does John Gruden. His offense is all about the run game.
Yep.
And I have all confidence in the world that Josh Jacobs is going to have a good game. Not a great game, but a good one. And I think Kenyon Drake is going to take a little bit of load off, which is fine because down the road, Josh Jacobs has had injuries, and we needed him. And that's when we start to falter, when Josh Jacobs is not on the field. So I like the Kenyon Drake signing. Both defenses have something to prove because both defenses – the Raiders haven't had a defense in 20 years, and Baltimore really underplayed their defense last year. I mean, they really underplayed their defense last year. They weren't as dominant as they were the year before, so they have something to prove. And I think Gus Bradley is really trying to take control of the Raiders' new defense. And, Daniel Carlson and Justin Tucker are one of the better kickers. Justin Tucker is the best kicker in the league. Daniel Carlson is top 10 in the NFL, in my opinion, because he has a really good leg. My heart says Raiders, but my mind, it's Baltimore. Come on, dude. Lamar Jackson is, again, a freakish athlete. And Lamar Jackson is just one of those dudes why he's going to show the world why he was MVP just a couple of years ago. Now, could I see the Raiders winning this game? Only due to the fact that I think they're catching them at the good time because of those injuries.
Yep.
J.K. Dobbins went down. Justice Hill went down. They had to bring in Le'Veon Bell. Rashad Bateman's out. I mean, there's a lot of problems with Baltimore and injuries right now, and the Raiders are actually going in healthy for once, which is totally weird. Anyway, which is very weird. I've never had to say. I've been a long time since I've had to say that. However, I just still think that Baltimore's offense is still good enough. I'll put it to you like this. I do not think the Raiders can compete right now with this Baltimore team that they have. I do not think that the Raiders can compete with Baltimore on their best day when Baltimore's having a terrible day. I still do not think the Raiders can come out on top. So for me, for this game alone, Lamar Jackson, I think is going to have an amazing game. I do not think the Raiders are going to get blown out because if they do, then it's going to be hell to pay and everybody in Vegas, and you will see me on that 11 o'clock news of me burning the motherfucker to the ground, burning the city to the motherfucking ground. And I'm actually going to go Baltimore over the Raiders. I got Ravens over the Raiders in a very, I would say, very close matchup.
Man has little faith in his team. And he's going to actually be at the game. This is weird.
I'll be there. And for the people that are going to see this, you're not a real fan. Section 438, row 12, seat 9.
You have little faith in your team because
like I see it.
I got the Raiders. I got them. I think the Raiders are going to win. I think they're going to win. Reason why? Who the fuck is Lamar going to throw the ball to?
He still has Marquise Brown and Sammy Watkins, okay? He still has those two guys. And he still has Mark Andrews. He's going to be fine. He really only needs 3 options. That's it. He only needs 3.
Who the hell is he going to throw the ball to? I literally fell into this trap last year with the Saints. When they went to the Raiders, opening night for the Raiders in the new Vegas place, I thought the Saints were going to beat. I'm like, man, the Saints got this. And they got embarrassed fast as hell. And that's why I feel like the Raiders are going to do the same thing to the Ravens. They're going to do the same goddamn thing to the Ravens. And then actually, you're going to actually have fans there? They beat us with no damn fans. You're going to have fans there? First night there? You telling me the Raiders and always, John Gruden teams are always better in the first half of the season. Way more in the second. Like, they're way better in the first half of the season. They always are great. Waller is going to go off. I don't see anybody on the Ravens defending this man. I don't see not a damn soul defending Darren Waller that entire game. It's going to be the same damn game plan they had against us last year. And you know it. And that's why you don't want to pick them. Because you know they're going to win this game. You know they're going to win this game.
Listen, I got a lot of writing. If somebody picks, like if somebody picks better than me this year, I got to give up a free jersey. I'm taking every win I can. And I'm telling you right now. Because you know what you are? Let me tell you what you are.
What?
You have never seen the Raiders like that. I am skin deep in with the Raiders. Okay, I have skin in the game.
The formula that they did us last year.
I have skin.
Michael Thomas in that game. We had Alvin Kamara. We stopped running him for some apparent damn reason. I don't know why, but we stopped running him for some apparent damn reason. Like, and it was just like I see the same damn thing happening to the Ravens. They're gonna go in very confident. Everybody's gonna be like, "The Ravens got this." Look what the Ravens are gonna do. They're gonna run. Run who? Like, run who? You have nobody to run except Lamar Jackson, and you got to keep his ass up as long as you can. like you, because if he gets hurt, You might as well go ahead and just cancel the season. If you're the Baltimore Ravens, you might as well go ahead and cancel the goddamn season. What do?
I mean, the
You had to
thing
keep
is,
him
though,
up long.
and here's my thing. Here's my thing. Should the Raiders win this game, it's only because the Raiders caught Baltimore at a good
That's
time.
it. That's all it is. They have no receivers out there. You throw
Look,
Andrews if you want to. I saw last year when the Raiders played us. They got people on that team that could catch people like tight ends. I've seen it. So it's not as bad as I think it's. Raiders are gonna win this game. I don't. This is actually an easy game for me to pick. The Raiders are gonna win this.
this was easy?
This is
Hell
actually
no.
an easy game. This is actually an easy game because
Oh, man.
I,
So you have all the confidence in the world that the
I
Raiders are going to show up Monday night.
you don't have faith in your team. I don't know why. It's
Because I've seen this team. I've
you
seen this
saying
team.
it's perfect timing to catch them. It's perfect timing to catch them. Like
And you know who could fuck that up better than anybody in the NFL? The Raiders. I've seen it happen. I've seen it happen. They went toe-to-toe with the winless Jets. It took a Hail Mary to beat the winless Jets. Come on, man. Come on, man. Like,
the man.
and look, maybe Gus Bradley is the missing ingredient.
I'm like my team is like the Ravens. They have no receivers. like they have nobody on that team. Like, and I know they have a problem. But you have no faith in your Raiders. I don't know why, man. This is like
Because the thing is, it's like, look, you got to understand the reshuffled offensive line. What? You gave up arguably one of the best centers in the league for a third rounder.
you have an offensive line that has to reshuffle. The Ravens have no running backs, which they run the damn ball, and that's all they can do is run the damn ball. Their first round pick is out for the game because he's a receiver. They got hurt in college a lot, so I don't know what the fuck you picked him for if you're gonna see him get hurt in the NFL too. Like it's just like, what did you do that for?
It's just one of those things. For me, it's like, it's just, I know how this is going to play out because I know it feels like we should win. It feels like the Raiders should win. But it's like, dude, it's Lamar Jackson, and they're going to make him look like the next Peyton Manning. I've seen it one too many. If they can make Mark Sanchez look like Brett Favre, they can make Lamar Jackson look like fucking Peyton Manning on Monday Night Football. I've seen it happen. I've seen it happen.
I think the Raiders are gonna win, man.
Oh well, we'll see.
I'm gonna make sure I text you after that and be like, "See, was that so bad?" You're gonna probably be punching air or probably drinking. It depends. I don't know.
It's like,
I don't know. We're leaning on this continuously, but
well, you're gonna see me next Wednesday. It's like, hey, your Raiders won. Shut up. Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. I want to hear it. I lost one game.
Next couple days because the Raiders won.
Like, don't text me. Why? The Raiders won. Don't text me. How dare you text me after the Raiders win? How dare you? Like, how dare you, bro? How dare you?
You'll be crowd surfing in the black hole.
Like, I think I know him. Yeah, that's him. All right. Yeah.
That's definitely my co-host. That is definitely my co-host.
Like, yeah. Are you gonna see him Wednesday? Nah.
I don't think so.
Nah.
Yeah.
I can't. Why? I think Vegas has him now. I don't know. I think he's gone. I don't know. I don't think he's coming back, guys. Well, thanks for joining the show, at least. Thanks for joining us week 1, at least. Shit. Yeah, we lost them. We lost our co-host to the rest of the season. Why? Crowd surfing in the black hole. Yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it.
It'll really do it.
Like, yeah, that'll get you fucked up real quick. But nah, I mean, like I said, I'm just happy football's back. These games are going to be so exciting because we're just basing off of what we saw in preseason and what we're basing off of what they did in offseason. Now we get to see the real deal. And week 1 is usually hard to predict games, but it's always fun to do it anyway. And like I said, it's fun. I can't wait to see what happens week 1. And, good luck to everybody out there. For everybody that is want to play, I am going to start posting it on our Facebook page, Instagram page. So if you want to put your picks out there for your free jersey, if you think you can predict more games this year than me, it's going to be out there. So again, it's going to be fun. It's going to be awesome. I want to thank Brandon here for joining me tonight. It was fun. I cannot wait for next Wednesday. You're always going to catch us here next Wednesday, every time, 8 p.m. Pacific time, 10 p.m. his time. And we're just going to go, we're going to go every week, man, game by game. And it is what it is. So I cannot wait. And, we will see you guys next Wednesday. Brandon, any final thoughts? Or actually, I did have a question for you. Give me your hottest take this year. What is your hot take for this NFL season?
My hottest take for this NFL season. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think Tampa Bay is gonna be as great as everybody think they are.
Whoo, that is a hot one. All right, so Brandon's got Tampa Bay not as good as everybody.
It's the reason why I feel that way is because everybody's screaming about these 22 starters they're returning. But you realize you're returning a Rob Gronkowski who retired literally 2 years ago, and an Antonio Brown who was out of the league also 2 years ago. Like, you returned them too. Like eventually something's gonna break down in that situation. Bruce Arians has the patience of a goddamn like a freaking squirrel. Like, he has no patience for any of this bullshit. And people continue to scream, but he's got Tom Brady. Tom Brady's gonna. I don't know, man. I don't think Tampa Bay is gonna be as great as everybody. I think they're gonna win the division. I think they're gonna get the ass whooped as soon as they get in the playoffs. To be honest with you.
Okay, so no back to back because everybody's predicting no back to back for Tampa Bay for my man Brandon over here. My hot take for this NFL season, I'm gonna go out and say it right now. I do not think Trevor Lawrence gets voted top 3 for Offensive Rookie of the Year. I say he doesn't even get voted for Offensive Rookie of the Year. That's right. I'm going to stick with my guns here, and I do not see Trevor Lawrence finishing top 3.
It's not really a hot take from you.
Well, here's the thing, because everybody's already want to crown him as Offensive Rookie of the Year.
If anybody's watched us do this, that's not really a hot take for you. It's not really.
No, but my thing is, everybody's already crowning him like, oh, did you see he got voted team captain? He's number 1. And usually when you're a quarterback taking number 1, your chances of winning Offensive Rookie of the Year are great because, a couple of years ago, Kyler Murray won Offensive Rookie of the Year, but you're going to tell me he had a better year than Josh Jacobs? Last year, Justin Herbert won Offensive Rookie of the Year, but you think he deserved that over Justin Jefferson? Again, everybody already wants to crown Trevor Lawrence as the next best thing and yada, yada, yada. And people already want to give him Offensive Rookie of the Year when he got drafted number 1 overall. I'm just saying right now, I don't think he even finishes top 3 for fan voting or for any voting for that matter. I don't think he finishes top 3 at all.
I think you're right, but I don't think that's a hot take from you. Because that's not really a hot take from you. That's not really a hot take from you. Come on. That's not really a hot take. A hot take would be like you saying the Raiders going to the playoffs.
That's a hot take. That's a hot take, man. That's that's hot. But no, I mean everybody. I'm just talking about NFL fans in general. They already want to crown him as the next Peyton Manning. Relax. Like, relax. I'm telling you right now, by year 4, he'll be looking for team number 2. So,
he'll be looking for team number 2 after season 3. He's not. He don't want to play with Urban Meyer. Like, that's not a good idea.
Well, it's like this. Jacksonville has to make a choice, man. How much do you love Trevor? If you love him that much, if Urban Meyer fails this year, this experiment just fails, move on, and we all get a good laugh, and we move on.
Yeah, it makes no sense to, throw this man into a situation where you barely know who the damn head coach is. Like, the head coach, I don't trust Urban Meyer for nothing.
No.
I don't trust him. This is not college.
Yeah, so that's a no for me. So that is a no for me. But other than that, my man, let's see. We did have a comment earlier. It was with the Dave Barnos. Yeah, very weird comment for a football segment. But, yeah, I don't know if you can see those comments too. But
Yeah, what happened? What did he say?
I don't think I can read these out loud.
Okay.
Now, I will tell you after I end the show, and then we will go from there. But other than that, everybody, good luck to you all. Good luck to every fan out there for your teams. Whether you're the Whether you're
that game. You cannot.
whether you're a Kansas City, whether you're a Kansas City fan or Detroit Lions, go Lions, go Lions. I believe in you.
He believes that you're gonna win at least a game.
I believe Detroit is going to win more
I think
than 4 games. I have that much faith in them.
a hot take. See, I think I told Tampa because I know everybody's like Tampa's going to the Super. No, they're not. They're not going to the Super Bowl. They're not going.
You're just bitter. You're just bitter because they're in your division. You're just bitter.
I also have another hot take. I think it's going to be 2 0-17 teams this year.
Ooh, we can't have that. No, you cannot. That is not good for the NFL. No. 2. Oh, I don't even. Okay, let me take a guess. Houston, Detroit.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was actually going to say whoever wins this Houston Texas Jacksonville game, the loser is going to be the 0-17 team.
Oh, shit. 2 0-17 teams.
2
Yikes. Not the. Do you really want? You don't want to be known as that. Like
2 0-17 teams.
You don't want to be known as a team that didn't win.
People are saying it perfectly. The schedule is longer, which means the grind is going to be a little tougher. And now you got to really like hone into winning these games because you can't play like, I don't know, I just got to be 8-8. That doesn't work anymore. Like it's just like that don't work anymore. You like 8-9 is like now you're out of the playoffs.
I can't. But
or if you're NFC East, now you can't win the NFC East.
I wish my team was in the NFC East. I really do. Then we would have a better shot than anything in the world. Anything would be better than right now. But Brandon, I will definitely talk to you soon, my man. All right. All right. Take it easy. Good night, everybody.